friends, it's Komenda here. Welcome in my next process video. Today I am going to show you how I've created a layout using brand new Days of Splendor collection by Pinkfresh Studio and this amazing cut file. This is also a Pinkfresh Studio cut file. It's called Daisy Heart Rib, and I will leave you the link below to the Pinkfresh Studio shop when you can purchase the rib. I decided to go traditional with this kind of cut file, and I backed it up with pattern papers using Days of Splendor 6x6 paper pad papers plus this one bigger paper from a 12x12 set with kind of patches of different patterns, and I use it to back the cut file. Of course, I didn't record the whole process of backing because it's quite a long process. It took me, I think, about an hour or maybe more to back all the flowers in the wreath. And I'm using two methods. One of them is just first glue the cut pieces of paper and then cut it around. Or the second way, you can use the pencil, trace the outline of the cut file, cut it out with the scissors, and then glue it down under the cut file. And I am using both ways here because I wasn't sure which one will go faster, but in the end I decided to trace it with the pencil first and then cut it out because this is a very intricate die cut, and it's very fragile, so it's not not so easy to maneuver it around. This is the last flower I'm backing up, and this is the way I was using later with tracing down the flowers and leaves and cutting it with scissors first and then backing the cut file. So it took me a while, as I said, but it's a very, I would say, rewarding process for me. I like doing it, and even knowing that it will take some time, I really like the final effect while doing things like this. So the wreath is ready and I can proceed with my layout. I have 12x12 watercolor paper sheet, and I am gently tracing the outline of the wreath because I will be doing some mixed media. I took 4 ink cubes from Pinkfresh Studio inks, and I have Storm, it's a blue color, Olive, it's a green one, Apricot, it's the orange one, and Passion Fruit, it's this, I would say, coral color. And I am coloring my background paper with I don't remember the name of this technique. Missy Whedon is also always calling it. I'm just stamping with the ink added onto the packaging technique. Yeah, it's a packaging technique over the plastic foil bag, adding a little bit of water and added it over the background. So I'm adding color by color. I just wanted to keep it around the heart shape. And the colors I chose are the colors that come with this collection, and I chose this pattern papers to back my cut file. They look quite intense right now, but the ink will fade when it's dry. And the lighting here is like an artificial because it was dark already, so I was using the lamps, and it looks much brighter than it did after everything was dry. And when the water evaporates, the colors fades. With watercolors, it's always like that. Wet colors are intense, and the dry colors become more like a dull. So I'm finishing up with the background. I left it to dry, and then I use a sewing machine and a dark navy color to stitch around a few times, creating a wonky heart. And I'm using the same storm color to add splatters. I'm just diluting it with a little bit of water, and I'm splashing it around my heart. This way I am sure the blue color will matches the color I already have on my background. I could use some mists or watercolors, but it was, the safest way to know the colors will be true to the colors of the background. I'm backing my cut file with a pieces of foam to add a little bit of dimension to the page, but if you know my pages and process video, I do a lot of backing with 3D foam. or with a pieces of cardboard. I'm gluing down the heart because it's already backed. I cut it out this part of process because of course it's a long and boring part. And now I'm backing my picture. I have a picture of my daughters holding together. They are wearing the same t-shirt. It's a new t-shirt I bought to them, and on both t-shirts there is the same inscription in Polish. It says boss ladies, so they are two boss ladies posing, and I think the colors matches the color of the collection perfectly, so I decided to use it this way. I'm still not ready to print myself few fall pictures because this collection is perfect for any fall designs, and scrapbook them because I'm so not ready to say goodbye to the summer, and I know when I will print some fall leaf pictures and stuff like this, it will be summer gone. I am also cutting out two pieces of pattern papers from Days of Splendor collection to add it on the bottom and on the top of the layout because heart is longer than higher, and I have more empty space above and under the heart. I'm gluing down the pieces, but I'm only adding like one strip of glue so I can ruffle the edges of the paper after adding them to the background, and I wasn't sure if I hit the edges perfectly, so I will be trimming the edges of the paper with the scissors. As you can see, I didn't line it up with the edges perfectly, and I'm ruffling the edges to add dimension, and I will be also placing some embellishments here and there. What I was going to tell you, I forgot. Maybe it will remind me later. So I'm trimming the excess of the paper and my background is done. My picture is there. So the last thing I have to do is the most important thing, embellishing. And this is a brand new collection. It's the first project I am making with it. So I have all the embellishments from this line to use here, and I can pick and choose from whatever I want. I am using those cardstock stickers to layer up on the bottom and on the top of the layout because they are longer and they matches this kind of area perfectly. And I have the mix of ephemera pieces here and the flowers and leaves ephemera pack because this collection has two kind of ephemera packs, and I mix them all together and I went through all of the designs and choose only those that can match the colors of my page and the theme of my page, and I have them in a separate bowl. The orange one on the bottom and the orange one on the top is the one that I know I want to use it. So this is a nice technique. Well, not a technique itself, but narrowing down elements that may matches your project is the way I can scrapbook faster and more efficient because I don't walk through every single item over and over again. I just know that I have some of those to choose from, and I'm putting aside the ones I knew I didn't want to use for this particular project because theme, color, or texture, or whatever wasn't matching the feel I had for this layout. I am embellishing picture around because I don't want to cover too much of first my mixed media background, which is already covered by the wreath, plus the wreath itself because, well, I spent so much time decorating, backing it that covering it now would be like a waste of time and effort. So I embellished the pictures around with some flowers and tags, and now I'm also adding a little bit of something on the bottom, on the upper side of the layout, some puffy stickers, and I'm gluing everything down using 3D foam squares and glue, and everything is set. Everything is glued down. I can finish my page adding a little bit more of bits and pieces and the title. And I decided to go small with the title this time, and I will be adding it on this tab, and it will be Szefowe in Polish, which is the inscription from the t-shirts, and it means lady bosses in English. So this time I will have like a Polish title, which is not so obvious for me because I usually prefer English words. They are shorter than Polish ones. So I have a title, I have everything done. The last touch will be adding a little bit of enamel dots. They are also from Days of Splendor collection, and I'm placing them here and there with using the colors that matches the color scheme of my page. I didn't use anything red, so I'm skipping the red colors because red is also in this collection. And here are the close-ups of the finished project. I really love the softness of the background combined with the intricate die cut. And if you want to check what I use, check the description box. Thank you so much for staying with me. If you have any questions, also ask them into the comment section, and see you soon on the next project. Bye!